Welcome back to episode 8 of March Malcontent. Our first match is going to be Yoshi against R.O.B, Japanese R.O.B. So just a little course map of what's to come. For these first 4 matches, what's going to happen is that we still have everybody who wins a match makes it into the tournament. After that, we're going to have another set of matches where the rules are different. I'll cover that once we start those matches. That way no one has to rewind half a video to figure out what the heck the rules are. As long as you don't watch these matches in any super weird order, you should get all of the updates. R.O.B able to hit Yoshi out of the egg release. The egg release, as a normal player, is actually a weirdly complicated mechanic. Basically, it keeps what you've buffered for longer than most other things in the game do. So a lot of people can get caught up because they'll buffer a move they weren't intending. The easiest way to any sort of mashing activity is that if you mash out with just the control stick, then you can't buffer any moves. At most, you can only buffer a jump if you have tap jump selected. R.O.B getting the sour spot of the spike, unable to kill Yoshi with it. Getting the sour spot of the back air, unable to kill Yoshi with it. And now R.O.B's all the way up to 80% now. Gonna be quite the uphill battle for him. Getting a trade, launching them both off stage, usually a very precarious position. R.O.B does better than most characters because of the versatility of his jetpack. Yoshi does well, but he needs to use his jump very well. That's something that the amiibo seems to have a hard time doing. At the same time, the amiibo hasn't died at their own hand this match. There's a good highlight of Yoshi's double jump armor. He needs that armor because it's his only recovery option. You could say that, up B without a jump also counts, but it doesn't send you nearly as far. Yoshi with a quick turnaround back air, putting R.O.B not so great a position. The amiibo is able to mash out of that grab faster than any human can. R.O.B survives that, even though his grab was just too short and Yoshi's feet were longer. Yoshi goes for a spike, does not get one. R.O.B gets the tech. R.O.B deciding it's his turn to play, which I guess he has to because one more hit and he dies. Alright, that means Yoshi will be making it on to April Anger. Now we've got Wario against Ken. And a fight to the... Well, it's not a fight to the death. A fight to the ring out, I guess? I guess that means Smash Brothers is more like sumo wrestling than a lot of other athletic events. Good combo from Ken. Able to get what I believe were both hits of his neutral air in there. Playing off stage for no reason. You gotta watch out when fighting one of the Shoto amiibos because they have a tendency of hitting you against the ground and canceling their move into a special move, which normally isn't as bad because if they're hitting you elsewhere, they're never going to hit you with the follow-up move. But since they're hitting you against the ground, Wario eating the bike while Ken's mid-kicking it. And then Wario unable to make it back. Ken did not use the right direction for his focus attack, not able to hit Wario with it. Wario pulling out the bike again. Scary because that's already killed him once. Assuming that the amiibo was still going to try to use the move. Great edge guarding on Wario's part. Ken's recovery does have a hard time snapping to the ledge. And a frame trap from Wario. Not something you see every day from the amiibo. And Wario doesn't make it back again. I do not think the Wario amiibo correctly knows how to recover. And I don't know if that's something I can teach. But he does know to kill with forward tilt. So that's something. Wario's smash attacks are overall underwhelming. That's why he usually has to kill with forward tilt. I'm pretty sure his smash attacks are stronger, but they take so long to come out that you just forward tilt every time, man. Unless they're like really exposed. Like in special fall above the stage. You want to go with the tilts. Picking up the bike again, just to drop it off the ledge. That is actually valuable for Wario, because it means he can get his bike back, which means he can recover when he's in a disadvantageous situation. Shoryuken's not going to kill Wario at this percent, but he did use his jump for almost no reason at the beginning of his returning phase. Getting another down tilt on Ken at the ledge. And he gets a back air on Ken at the ledge. This does mean that even though he has effectively killed himself twice, Wario is at least competing in this match. Although if Ken can hit another aerial and cancel it into a Shoryuken, that's probably going to be the stock. Missing the smash attack, well, missing more like Wario avoided it, but up air does not get the cancel. It's a whole bunch of up airs, though. Makes it back to the ledge, has to stand on top of it. Enduring his recovery's lag. Which on some characters is faster than just... faster or slower than grabbing the ledge. Obviously, it's on a character-by-character basis. Both at 100, we're on a last hit situation here. Wario misses the waft. Gonna have a harder time killing Ken now. Ken gets Wario with a back air, and it's just enough. Ken's gonna be making it onto the tournament. Wario's still gonna have to fight for his life. For this match, we've got Mewtwo against Richter. Looks like we're going to be in Umio City. Stage that has not really come up in most of the March Malcontent matches so far. A little bit of a shame, it is a perfectly fine stage. Richter gets a footstool, Mewtwo's able to make it back. Getting a lot of hits now on Mewtwo. Mewtwo's going to have to stop getting hit if he wants to regain the momentum. Mewtwo's getting a ledge regrab. The amiibo did not capitalize on that. For anyone who doesn't know, regrabbing the ledge loses you your invincibility. The invincibility of grabbing the ledge is already a variable factor based off of stuff like what percentage you're at and how long you are airborne. Makes it a little bit less precise to calculate. Makes the game better, in my opinion. A lot of those things that are not guaranteed make for a more enjoyable casual experience. Tournament players usually prefer everything to be exact and known. It does bring up this weird dynamic where everything that's better for casual players usually isn't better for tournament players. Sometimes something that's good for a tournament player is good for the casual audience, but mostly that's good in terms of character balance and extra options, I guess, in the game. Mewtwo just totally biffs it there. Now at a 2-life disadvantage. Mewtwo just totally biffs it there. Now at a 3-life disadvantage. That means that Richter's going to make it into the tournament. And for the final match of this set of matches, we have Steve against Greninja. So that does mean that this is a final match where winning the match guarantees you a spot in the tournament. Greninja with a very strong start against Steve here. Steve is still mining. It's something that the amiibo's going to need to do, otherwise it tends to run out of resources. Especially at the very peculiar rate that the amiibo seems to use its resources at that. But if you mine too long, then the other amiibo usually just hits you. Greninja would have a easier time at this than a lot of other characters, simply because Greninja can just throw out an uncharged water shuriken. It's a very quick attack that, most importantly, makes the opponent flinch, which means it can stop Steve from mining, and forcing him to consider if he wants to attempt mining again, or construct the fences against the opponent. Whereas, great spike from Steve there. Whereas normally an opponent would mine until the opponent comes within a threatening distance. Greninja has a very long threatening distance, and with his low profile, he doesn't need to break as many blocks to fit under them as a lot of other characters. Clashing the anvil with the up smash. Getting another rapid jab off on Steve. Steve's been doing a pretty good job of covering his landings with forward air. Once you throw out the anvil, you can't use another until the first one despawns. One of the few limitations, well, one of the numerous limitations of the move, but usually number of anvils present is not the limiting factor. Steve has already grabbed 1 diamond. Greninja does not get the up smash follow-up, but he does get a forward smash. He is 64% behind. Steve is using his diamond on this stock perfectly fine. He's probably going to get another one before his next stock anyway. The diamond tools last long enough. That was a good instance of legend invincibility. Greninja's recovery, which as it turns out is Hydro Pump. Not really what I expected the move to do. I expected it to hurt a lot more, but it does allow him to recover to the stage. Greninja is now 1 stock behind Steve. Steve does not throw the anvil off stage. Probably good because the amiibo, I'm sure, doesn't know how to jump off of it quick enough. Even though I'm pretty sure we've seen it before. Just off stage, it's not something I'd hope to see the amiibo do. Greninja dominating for this first stock. Steve doesn't have invincibility again. He's going to have to take that hit. Greninja's going for the up smash. It won't kill, but it will do decent damage, and it will hit the top platform. Steve finally gets a hit in. 17%. That's actually a lot. Oh, Greninja goes for a long-running grab. Greninja's grab is not the best, in case you didn't know. It's a little weird, because he actually has pretty average stuff to do after a grab. Like, at low percents, he can get very simple combos, or maybe a hard read combo, which is kind of what a lot of characters can do. So it's a little weird that Greninja's grab is so difficult to use like that. Steve has now turned this match around on Greninja. Well, this stock, I should say. The match was already in Steve's favor. See, Greninja right there went for a forward throw combo, but Greninja does not have those. Steve's easily able to punish him for it. Steve makes it back to ledge, uses another anvil. He is getting low on iron. Up smash is not going to kill yet. Anvil is going to kill Greninja, which means that Steve will be making it into the tournament. And now we've got Ivysaur against Wii Fit Trainer. How embarrassing is this? I counted incorrectly yet again. This is the final match of... You win the match, you make it into the tournament. Because Ivysaur and Wii Fit Trainer have not had their second match yet. Wii Fit Trainer's doing everything possible to make sure Ivysaur bringing it back with the switch to Charizard, getting the very low hitbox of the Charizard forward smash, suddenly putting this match into his favor. Throwing Ivysaur off stage. Ivysaur switching again, luckily hitting Lilat to be able to recover with the Charizard. Keeping his jump through all of that, his last jump at least. Able to recover. Wii Fit Trainer gets the Flare Blitz with the down smash. That's not normally something you want to try to go for. Flare Blitz is a high damaging move that definitely hurts to get hit by. It was at the later end of the move, so it is easier to punish then. Wii Fit Trainer trying to go for the body block. Not really recommended against a Flare Blitzing Charizard. Sometimes I've gotten it to work, but if you're at too high of a percent, you die first anyway. Wii Fit Trainer off stage, a time when Wii Fit Trainer actually excels more than a lot of other characters. Gets half its Sun Salutation charge and gets forward tilted at the ledge for it. Charizard using Flare Blitz to make it back on stage. It is less punishing in this game than in Smash 4. In Smash Ultimate, you only take 5% from using it, unless you hit someone or something, and then you take 10%. This is before the 1v1 multiplier, by the way. So it does make it easier to throw out Flare Blitzes, but if you're hitting them all, then you still get punished like you used to. Wii Fit Trainer with the up throw. A little interesting, doesn't get anything off of it though. Slapped in the face forward, if anything. Ivysaur has been switching Pokemon so much this match. I mean, right there it avoided a hit, so I probably can't complain too much. And Ivysaur's winning. Side B did not grab the ledge there. It's usually not recommended to try to use it as a recovery method, just because it, well, gravity affects you during the thing. Ivysaur switching to Charizard again. A good time because Ivysaur definitely could use the jump. Wii Fit Trainer gets the tech. And gets killed by an up air trade off the top. That means Ivysaur will be making it into the tournament. Wii Fit Trainer will have to fight for her life. For our next match, we have Wolf against Incineroar. Had to double check all the tournament placings because apparently, once or twice, I just randomly put in the wrong name when I was supposed to put in a different name. Everything's been double checked now, so it should be good going forward, but if anything seems confusing, for example, the mistake earlier when I said how many matches we had left in this video, that would be why. It's been fixed now, and I'm going to try to prevent it in the future. Sorry for the inconvenience. So for this set, well, for these next couple of matches, we are no longer in victory grants admission mode. For the longest time we were, however, we now have Incineroar not being able to make it back. We now have 60 out of 64 places into the tournament filled, which means we only have 4 spots left, and anybody counting can tell you that we have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 amiibo left. So we have 4 spots, 20 amiibo. That means 1/5 of the remaining amiibo will get to make it. So we've reached the point where we do have to start weeding people out, which means that whoever loses this match will not be making it into the tournament. An important distinction. Obviously, victory is still something you want, but it's even more important now because if you lose, you're out for this year. Incineroar saving his jump through all of that. Able to make it back. Getting Wolf off stage, Wolf's just gonna Wolf flash back on stage. Usually pretty good technique. Scooping up Incineroar with that up smash. And doing it again for the kill. Wolf grabbing the ledge there was actually not the ideal because he had to waste time grabbing the ledge, and then when the platform hit the ground, they were just walking single file there. When he hit the ground, it did mean that his position was forced for a second, and he did get hit by Incineroar for it. Incineroar, who was unable to recover. So Incineroar will not be making it into April Anger. Wolf maybe. Mewtwo against R.O.B, US, with the Japanese skin in game. Their future's on the line. Not that these amiibo have too many intense future considerations they have to worry about. They don't have a career or a family or a... I mean, I guess some of the characters maybe have families, but it's not like they're the provider for their household or anything. R.O.B's been doing a great job of shutting down most of Mewtwo's attempts to, well, get 2 hits in a row. Getting 100% ahead, definitely in R.O.B's favor. R.O.B is a character who struggles a little bit with landing. Oh, that up air is going to kill Mewtwo. Alright, heavy advantage R.O.B. R.O.B using the length of his up smash to make it all the way up to the platform. Does not avoid that smash attack though, almost dies for it. It was rather charged and R.O.B just sort of fell into it. That one didn't get as close to killing because of the charge. Spiking on stage, R.O.B's gonna live that, and he techs that. The computer's gonna be able to mash out of those better than humans can. However, Mewtwo had enough percentage that R.O.B was still able to follow up. And it's the third spike that gets ya. R.O.B dying off the top. Starting to juggle Mewtwo. No longer juggling Mewtwo. The gyro he threw out earlier, I was going to say it was a bad decision, but it did grant him a reprieve from Mewtwo's assault. Life trumping Mewtwo, going for an up air instead of like a down air or something. A little disappointing. R.O.B flipping around that platform in order to get spiked easier. Now this match is in Mewtwo's favor. R.O.B goes for the spike, almost out of revenge, I'd think. Does not get it. Harassing Mewtwo off stage. R.O.B has to worry about his fuel. Mewtwo keeps trying to land with neutral air. Doesn't usually work out too well. In a combo, though, that's when neutral air truly shines. R.O.B getting hit by the very end of the forward tilt. Taking the opportunity to charge up his gyro and then throw it off stage. And then taunting? I didn't think this R.O.B did that. That's good to know. R.O.B just landing there and taking it, not even throwing away his gyro. Does get a footstool gyro combo, and then he eventually follows it up with an up air. He still needs to avoid all of Mewtwo's high kill power moves. Getting landing up air. That's something that the amiibo will do against human players all the time, because the knockback is adjusted and the hit stun, so it actually does combo against human players because they don't have spirits. However, against amiibo, everything is normalized because they all have equivalent stats. R.O.B gets the spike! Quite the turnaround! R.O.B's still in it. Mewtwo's gonna have to retire. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. We have Mii Gunner against R.O.B, Japanese one this time, with the American skin. Yes, that doesn't mean we have 2 R.O.B matches in a row. Sorry that the random seed happened to work out like this. It's just what happens when you don't bracket fix, I guess. Mii Gunner putting a lot of work into making sure that we don't get both R.O.Bs into the tournament. Getting a dash attack to actually work and killing R.O.B off an uppie without taking any damage herself. A little scary of a situation for R.O.B to be in, getting 0 to death at the start of your potentially final match. R.O.B's forward smash is able to outrange Mii Gunner's down smash. Getting hit by the up B though. We have a grab, follow up. Really good time to use the gyro there. Mii Gunner just jumped over it though, so it didn't work out as well as you would hope, I guess. Mii Gunner getting a back throw while the stage is falling, putting R.O.B in even more of a precarious situation. R.O.B trying to go for a ledge trump, gets ledge trumped himself. He does get the down tilt, and he follows it up into a forward smash, something the amiibo doesn't normally do. Playing by the side, Mii Gunner being able to hit a platform that you can't even see from this camera angle. R.O.B with another weird hit of up air to forward tilt combo, getting the kill. Playing on the top platform, that's going to get R.O.B killed. Now has even more ground to make up. Getting successive down tilts, waiting menacingly to use more down tilts. Gets a trip, but then just waits and gets hit by the get-up attack. Not a good way to make your dreams come true. Goes for a back air, it's way too slow, getting stuffed out. Does not properly punish Mii Gunner. I can't believe that worked. Dash attack at the ledge. Japan R.O.B is out of the tournament. Mii Gunner may yet live to see another day. That's it for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed.